Okay, so this is 4.1, the distributive property. We come right down here to these first couple examples and talk about what distributing means. So when I say distribute, what that means is you multiply. So distributive property, I'm going to multiply 2 by everything that is grouped inside the parentheses. So 2 gets multiplied by 6 and 2 gets multiplied by positive 3. We see that here. This is 2 times 6 and 2 times 3. Well, 2 times 6 is 12, 2 times 3 is 6, and then we add those together. 12 plus 6 is 18. We can see that another problem here. We're going to multiply 5 by 9, and we're going to multiply 5 by negative 3. So 5 times 9 is just 45. And 5 times negative 3 is negative 15. And then 45 minus 15 is 30. And it's really important to pay attention to the sign here and make sure we get that right. So we're going to do a couple of examples together, and we're going to check these in our calculator just to make sure we're doing it all the right way. So first I have 3 times 8, which is 24. So 3 got multiplied by 8, and then I have 3 times positive 2, which is 6. And then 24 plus 6 is 30. And then number 2, we have 2 times 9, which is 18. And then we have 2 times 11, which is 22. And we add those together and we get 40. And one thing you can do is to cross off the numbers as you can use them. You can also do these little rainbow arches like I did here that shows you what multiplies together. So I have 5 times 19, which is 95. And then here's the trick, don't forget the negatives there. I have 5 times negative 6, which is negative 30. So next I put minus 30, not plus 30. And 95 minus 30 gives us 65. We're going to do a few more. Okay, we have negative 6 times 3, which is negative 18. And then negative 6 times 14, which is negative 84. So then what we type in to solve this is negative 18 minus 84. This is negative 102. That's our answer. Okay, we can also distribute from right to left. So 3 times 17 and 3 times negative 4. So we'll do that next. 3 times 17, 51. And 3 times negative 4, negative 12. And then 51 minus 12, 39. Here, 7 times 5, 7 times 3. So 7 times 5, 35. 7 times 3, 21. They're both positive. So 35 plus 21. And if you add those two together, you get 56. Okay, last row. 9 times 20, 180. 9 times 8, 72. And then 180 plus 72 gives us 252. And here we have 4 times 8 and 4 times negative 3. So 4 times 8, 32. 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. So 32 minus 12, 20. And last here we have 7 times 40 and 7 times negative 5. So 7 times 40 is 280. And 7 times negative 5 is negative 35. Then 280 minus 35 is 245. So that's using the distributive property with numbers. So we write it as an equivalent expression and then evaluate. So I need to see both steps to get credit. You cannot simply type the whole thing in your calculator and get your answer. I'm checking to see that you know how to do this step and then how to get your final answer. Because what you do next will involve variables as well as numbers. So I'm going to flip this over. So here's an example of that. Here's a problem you have to distribute. You have to do 7 times m and 7 times 5. Well, 7 times m is 7m. And then 7 times 5 is positive 35. So that's your final answer. Those are not like terms, meaning one has a variable, the other doesn't. I can't go any further than that. This one, 3 times n and 3 times negative 8. So 3 times n is 3n. 3 times negative 8 is negative 24, and that's your final answer. You stop there. We don't know what m is, we don't know what n is, we cannot evaluate those. So this step, use the distributive property, which means we're going to multiply, to write each expression as an equivalent expression. 3 times d and 3 times 4. So 3 times d is 3d, 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times w, 4 times negative 5. 4 times w is 4w, 4 times negative 5 is negative 20. Negative 2 times c and negative 2 times 7, so negative 2c and negative 14. 9 times b, 9 times 4, 9b plus 36. 8 times p and 8 times negative 10, 8p minus 80. Negative 11 times g is negative 11g, and negative 11 times negative 6 is positive 66. Negative 14 times j is negative 14j, and then negative 14 times 3 is negative 42. 20 times 15 is 300, and 20 times negative a is negative 20a. 9 times 50, 450, and 9 times h, 9h. 5 times 12 is 60, and 5 times negative c is negative 5c. Negative 12 times s is negative 12s, and negative 12 times negative 2 is positive 24. 8 times x is 8x, and 8 times 60 is 480. 20 times y is 20y, and 20 times negative 13 is negative 260. Negative 15 times 4 is negative 60, and negative 15 times n is negative 15n. 7 times r is 7r, and 7 times negative 11 is negative 77.